Hey guys, so I want to talk to you a little bit today about archery. Something I've been seeing that's been going on locally especially, and I'm sure if it's going on locally it's probably going on around quite a few different places. One of the things that I've noticed is the archery setups. I've noticed in some of the local tournaments that I've been going to, first time people ever been shoot in a tournament, people that is just getting into archery, especially after COVID last year, picked up archery, which is awesome, wonderful. I am thrilled to death to see people picking it up. I'm thrilled to death to see people getting into it. But one of the things I've noticed is the bow itself is not set up for that particular individual. It's not set up for that person to shoot proficiently and accurately. There's been a few things I've noticed. Number one, the poundage is too heavy. So in some of these tournaments and some of the shops I've been to, I've noticed that when a customer goes to draw that bow back, instead of drawing smoothly back, they're pulling back like this and then getting set up, which is wrong, guys. It's dangerous. I'll just be plain and simple. It's dangerous. To have a bow set up correctly, you have to have the poundage set to where you can draw it back comfortably and smoothly. And when I say drawing back comfortably and smoothly, when you hold that bow out here in front of you, you should be able to take it and draw back smoothly, anchor in, push, lock it, and there it is. You're done. There is no pulling back. There's no pulling back like this and having to pull up and get everything settled. Your body's all out of form when you do that. Me personally, whenever I see people, which is the correct way to draw a bow back, they start out here, they come back, and they lock in. That's correct because you're using your scapula and everything. That is the correct way to draw. For me, I can't do that because I have T6, T7 compression fractures in 2015. So I'm very blessed to still be able to shoot archery. But when I draw my bow back, I still am smooth at drawing, but I have to draw low and then bring everything up and lock in. That's the way I have to draw back. As far as anchor points, I've seen guys and girls where their anchor points was either too short or they was too long. When you draw your bow back, you should have a straight line at full draw. And when I say straight line, when you draw your bow back and you anchor in, from the tip of your arrow, you should have a straight line. It goes all the way back to your hand, right straight down and off the tip of your elbow. You should have a straight line through and through. It shouldn't be like this, and it shouldn't be like this. I've seen guys where it was back here. I've seen them where it was up here. And what that tells me is their draw length is not set up correctly to them. When you draw your bow back, you should be able to look, draw back, anchor, tip of your nose, touch the string, and then you got your peep. There's people that shoots. I can't shoot it. I have tried, and I think it's because I'm old school and I just won't take the time to learn it. But thumb releases, they draw back. They have a particular anchor point, which for me I can't locate for me. But I've seen people anchor in, but their nose still touches the string, and they've got their peep lined up, and they're extremely accurate with it. I'm still a caliper release shooter. That's just me. But you need to get your bow set up properly. You need to go to your local pro shop. Let them look at the bow. If you bought the bow off Facebook Marketplace, if you bought the bow off Craigslist, if you bought the bow offline, that bow may not be suitable for you. You can take a firearm. Anybody that knows how to put a scope on a firearm, I can hand them the rifle, I can hand them the rings, I can hand them the scope, tell them to set it up. They can set it up, they can sight the rifle in, I can take that rifle, go outside, and I can still shoot a 1 inch, 1.5 inch group. Rifles are completely different than bows. Anybody, I can set a rifle up and I can hand it to a kid as long as the length of pull is not too long, or I can hand it to an adult, a lady, anybody, and they can be successful with that gun as long as they take their time and don't snatch the trigger. But bows are completely different. You have got to get that bow set up to you, to your draw length, to what you're comfortable with drawing back. As far as anchor points, I've seen people put their thumb behind their neck and anchor in. I don't see how they do it, but they do. I've seen new shooters where they draw back and they're anchored up high. I've seen them where they're anchored down low. And you can see my elbow, every time I do it, it's different. Whenever I teach someone new in archery or someone that's having problems with archery where they're not consistently accurate, this knuckle on their hand, the knuckle on my right hand, because I'm a right-hand shooter, I will actually place it behind my earlobe and behind my jaw. So when I draw back, that knuckle comes past and then I slide it forward and it locks in place. There's my anchor point. And automatically my elbow is straight. I've got that perfect line, that level line, straight out to the tip of my arrow. I've seen people whenever they draw back and their torso, they're set back in it. They're singing on their hips. They're just moving. Your torso needs to be straight up and down. So when you draw back, that's the way it should look, with a straight line, everything about it. A lot of the bows you can buy online or in the pro shop, excuse me. You can buy some of these $600 kit bows. That is awesome, especially for a new time archer. Guys, as a first time archer, you don't have to go buy what your buddy's got. You don't have to go buy what's the best on the market. You don't have to do all that. The only thing you need to do is buy a bow that's going to fit you within your budget. 29 inches is my draw length, and then I add a loop which adds another 1/2 inch, so it puts it at 29.5 inches. For my hunting bow is this Hoyt Hyperforce. It's 31 inches axle to axle, same draw length. Basically the same setup, except I have a short stabilizer and no back stabilizer. Adjustable sight with a scope housing, fixed pins. So, but both bows are set up to me. This bow here is draw modules. You have to order the module to fit your draw length. This Hyperforce has a draw length of 27 to 30 inches on modules that is built onto the cam. So it has a larger range. The Elite is 65 pounds, the Hyperforce is 60 pounds. I don't shoot 70 pounds whenever I'm bow hunting anymore. I don't see the need into it. Shooting 70 pounds, I have to go up on my arrow, which increases my weight anyhow. I can take 60 pounds and shoot the same kinetic energy and the same feet per second as I can a 70 pound bow. But you need to get the bow set up to you, to your draw length, to your poundage of pull. It needs to be smooth. It needs to be consistent. If you see yourself shooting and your groups are small to begin with, say 2 inch, 3 inch, but the more you shoot, you start seeing your grouping get bigger and bigger. You start adjusting your pins, you start playing with your arrow rest, you start playing with anchor points. Stop. It isn't the bow, it's you. You've already got out there and you've shot so much that your muscles have gotten tired and gotten weak. So now you're sitting there shaking and you're snatching and you're moving. Excuse me. So take a break. Put the bow up. But go to your local pro shop, guys. Go to them and let them look at your setup. If that setup is not correct and you really want to get into archery, talk to them and purchase a bow that is within your budget. Don't let them talk you into buying a $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 bow. Buy what's within your budget, something that you can try, something that you can use, something that you can grow into, and if it's something that you love and something that you can think you're going to be passionate about and move forward with it, then after a year or so, then step it up to another bow. Guys, it doesn't matter if it's Matthews, if it's Elite, if it's Hoyt, if it's Martin, Prime, any of those big bow companies, it doesn't matter. If you look at them, they're all the same. You have a riser, you have limbs, you have cams, you have strings, you have cables. The bow is not going to shoot better than the next bow. The equipment you put on that bow is not going to make you a precision shooter with it. If it's not set up to you, if it's not comfortable for you to shoot. It's all about you. It's all about this right here. I can't take my bow with a 29-inch draw with a 1/2-inch loop and hand it to somebody that shoots a 27-inch draw and they're going to be consistently accurate with it. Can they shoot it? Yeah, they can shoot it. They take a chance of slapping their arm and putting a bad bruise on it. They're going to be way back here as far as draw length. They're not going to be steady. They're not going to be sturdy. Same thing goes with me shooting a 27-inch draw. When I draw it back, my draw length is up here, or my anchor point, and I have to bend this elbow to get this back. Now I'm all out of sorts. I'm not stable. I'm not locked in like I need to be. So go to a local pro shop, guys. That's what they're there for. I can't stress enough about your local pro shops or your local archery coaches. Go to them. That's what they're there to do, is to help you get set up correctly to where you can enjoy it, where you can love it, where you can go with it. We're fortunate and blessed here in Alabama, South Alabama. Our archery season comes in October the 15th and doesn't go out until February the 10th. We have no split season. We don't have no closed season. It is $3 a season and a doe. I want to say it's a doe a day. I'll have to check on that. But we have, and I just found it a couple of years ago, I have a WMA that is locally, that is strictly archery. 8,000 acres of nothing but archery season. They have 1 week black powder season and that's it. Deer season from October the 15th to February the 10th. You can go in and deer hunt it on Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays. Nothing but archery. And that's awesome. I just got a hold to a 15-acre piece of property that the owner gave us the hunting rights to and told us to have at it. He's not going to hunt it anymore. He doesn't have time to hunt it. And I'm taking this 15 acres and I'm making it strictly into archery. My dad was influential in me getting into archery. I started shooting whenever I was 12 years old. I'm 47 now. I shoot archery tournaments. I work for Ben Pearson, McPherson Archery. There was a guy there that was the president of the company by the name of Jim Taylor. Unbelievable guy. He got me into shooting tournaments and he made sure that I was on the manufacturer shooting group. And he made sure I had the newest and updated bow for every year to shoot locally to help pick the business up. And it did. So pro shops are influential in archery, guys. You can order all the accessories, everything you want to do online, but if you don't have the knowledge of setting that up correctly, what did it do? Save you a couple of bucks. Now you've got to go to your local pro shop. And they have very good possibility they're going to charge you to set that equipment up on your bow, because they still have to make a living. But if you would have went to that local pro shop and purchased your equipment from them, they would have set it up on the bow probably free of charge, because you bought from them. You're supporting them. So again, guys, if you're not consistently accurate with your bow, have someone look at your draw length. One of the things I have done for customers, because they said, no, there ain't nothing wrong with my draw, there ain't nothing wrong with this, it's the bow, it's the equipment. No, it's not. I lost the battery on one of my cameras. That's what your local pro shops are there for, guys. They're there to help you. Go to your local pro shop, let them check everything out, let them set your bow up to fit you correctly. I've had people actually come in my shop where I was working at and say something wrong with the bow. The bow's wrong. Something's messed up on the bow. I'm not accurate. It's not hitting. I get them to step back to the archery range. I get them to shoot. First thing I notice is their anchor point is all off. Their draw length is either too short or too long. So I tell them, well, no, it ain't me. I'm good. It's the equipment. When it's not, it's the person. It's the archer. So you have to take, I'll usually take my camera and I say, okay, draw it back and hold it. So I'll take a picture of them. And then I'll show them that picture and say, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is how this needs to be. And take their bow, go back yonder, set it up, change it out, their draw length, their anchor points, move their peep, everything, get them to go back, shoot this again. They draw it back. First thing they say is, that feels better. Yeah, because the bow is now set up to you. You're not out of form. Your form is straight up and down. Your draw length is, you're not over stretching. You don't have this arm stretched out too far. Everything is coming just like it needs to be. And then you see their groups shrink and get better and better. And as a pro shop, we love to see that. Because if your groups are getting smaller and smaller, you want to shoot that same group. So guess what? You fix to come buy some more arrows, because you're going to be shooting knocks off. You're going to be busting arrows. But guys, go to your local pro shop. Let them check your bow out. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them for you. If you think something's wrong with your bow or something's wrong, you don't think your form is right, have someone take a picture of you. Send it to me on my YouTube channel. I will be more than happy to answer your question. I've been shooting bows for a very long time. I work on all my own stuff. I set all my own stuff up. I teach. I'm a certified S3DA archery coach. And I love archery. I love seeing it growing and coming back. I love seeing new archers get in it. I love seeing women and kids in archery. So guys, thank y'all for watching the video. I hope it ain't too boring. There's a lot of stuff I can go over, and I probably will. May start doing some short videos of what I know causes some problems with archers as far as form and equipment, and trying to get things to where it's more accurate. I know there's a lot of videos out there as far as equipment, as far as broadheads and arrows and releases. I'm not going to get into that. There's 2 pages that I watch on YouTube a lot, and one of them is Hunting the Public. They're strictly archery. They love, all they do is public land bow hunting. And they have went through there to where they have shot different bows, different setups, went to pro shops, checked things out, shot different arrows, different broadheads. And they're not concerned about speed. They're concerned about penetration. And that's what we all should be worried about. The other one is Born and Raised Outdoors. Them guys are tough. They are public land elk hunting archery only. They're the same way. They've got actually videos to where they go in and shoot different broadheads at elk shoulders that they had from previous year, to see what kind of penetration they're getting. Shoot it through ballistic Jellington. expand those fixed blades. Then they go with different arrow weights. They want to get as much penetration as they can possibly get, and that's the name of the game, is penetration, not speed. You can actually not get the penetration by shooting too much speed. Me personally, I shoot a gold tip 55-75. I shoot a 100 grain Grim Reaper broadhead, and the kinetic energy that I'm getting and the speed that I'm getting, I get complete pass-throughs on any whitetail deer that I shoot. And I've shot some that was up in 198 pound range and just complete blow-throughs. So guys, thank y'all. Thank you for coming and watching. If you will, subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I can do some more for you. So hopefully I can do some more information with archery, with guns, setting guns up, shooting, the different things. So thank y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Hope it wasn't too boring. Hope it was a little bit informational. But stay tuned. I'm going to do some more and do some ideas. Thank you guys. Y'all have a great week and bless you.